So here's the story making waves. According to Shams, Malik Beasley is under investigation by the U.S. Attorney's Office for allegedly being involved in gambling tied to NBA games, specifically prop bets. Yeah, that's serious. Fans in Detroit are stunned. Beasley had a breakout year with the Pistons. He was a fan favorite. And now this? It's like cheering your heart out for a player only to find out he might have been playing for team prison. But before we jump to conclusions, what's actually going on here? Well, apparently the feds are digging into a specific game from the 2024 season when Beasley was still with the Bucks. And yes, we're going to look at the footage. But before we break that down, let's be real. People have been quick to assume Beasley's guilty. Why? Probably because this isn't his first time in the spotlight for the wrong reasons. Back in 2020, while with the Timberwolves, he pleaded guilty to a threats of violence charge. What happened? He pointed a gun at a family sitting in a car outside his home. When the cops arrived, they found drugs and multiple firearms, some stolen. Not great. So yeah, his past is messy. But does that automatically mean he's guilty this time? Not even close. Let's look at the bigger picture. Beasley has been on 5 teams in just 4 seasons. In Minnesota, he signed a $60 million deal, so the guy was doing well financially. But fast forward to 2023, after a rough season with the Lakers, they passed on a $16.5 million team option. He tried to get another big deal, couldn't, and ended up signing with the Bucks for just $2 million. That's a massive pay cut. It's no secret. Many pro athletes blow through money fast, thinking the checks will never stop. Not saying Beasley did, but if someone were in financial trouble, that might create some risky motivations. Now here's where it gets wild. Beasley crushed it in Detroit. He made 319 three-pointers. That's the 8th most in NBA history for a single season and a franchise record for the Pistons. Detroit was ready to reward him with a 3-year, $42 million deal. But now, that offer's reportedly on hold. So did he really throw away $42 million over what might have been a few $1,000 in shady bets? Let's talk about the game in question. It happened on January 31st, 2024, Bucks versus Blazers in Portland. That night was Damian Lillard's big return to his old team, and the game was on ESPN. So, not exactly the place you'd expect someone to try to rig their own stats. But here's what raised red flags. Sportsbooks noticed a huge swing in the odds for Beasley's rebound prop, under 2.5. The line shifted dramatically from plus 120 to minus 250. That's a massive shift. And it only happens when big money's coming in fast and suspiciously. Clearly someone knew something, or thought they did. Only problem? The bets didn't hit. Beasley finished the game with 6 rebounds, and it wasn't fluky. He was actively battling on the boards. These weren't accidental rebounds that fell into his hands. The guy wanted them. When you scan through his season, there's no evidence of him subbing out early or doing the weird in-game disappearing acts like Jontay Porter, who, as you know, did get banned for life after being caught fixing his own props. The Beasley footage that's been making the rounds includes some questionable moments. There's one play where he lets Tyrese Halliburton blow right by him and another where he badly fumbles a chance at a game-tying shot. And then there's the infamous clip from his time with the Wolves, where, late in a near blowout, he goes coast to coast and scores just enough to cover the spread. That one definitely raises eyebrows. But again, none of those plays are from the game under investigation. And this is key. The only reason this whole situation came to light is because a sportsbook saw suspicious betting behavior and flagged it. That's it. That's what happened with Terry Rozier, too. And nothing came of that. No charges, no penalties, nothing. Compare that to Jontay Porter. In that case, DraftKings noticed shady bets on Porter's props. One guy won $85,000. A few months later, he and his buddy got greedy and tried to pull it off again, for over $1 million. That's when DraftKings alerted the FBI. And when the feds got into their phones, They found messages from Porter himself, literally telling them when he'd fake an injury and check out early so his unders would hit. That's how you get banned for life. With Beasley, there's none of that. No proof he threw a game, no faked injuries, no leaked messages, no debts to shady bookies. At least not yet. Just one rebound line that moved a little too much and didn't even cash. So, unless the feds have more, this case is looking thin. Just because a guy has a sketchy past doesn't mean he's guilty today. The NBA takes gambling seriously, and if there was something real here, you'd think we'd have heard more by now. Well, that's all for today. Go check out my other videos, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next one.